welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Today we've got a very nice game. It's actually a historic moment. We have Gabby once again coming in, but this time up against Tato in a tournament. And this is the first time, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I checked a little bit and I'm pretty sure it's the first time we have a female, a woman, participating in an S tier tournament. And she faces off against one of the favorites of the tournament, GL Tato. Very historic moment. Very, very proud of Gabby, actually, for a pretty good achievement. Like, this puts her at top 64 in the world for tournament play, which is absolutely incredible. And, she is the #1 ranked female player. She beat me a couple weeks ago in a video that I made. A lot of people enjoyed the video. I had over 100,000 views, and I figured maybe people would want to see what she's up to now, and especially in a tournament. So this is actually game 1 in a best of 5. I will spoil the result of the entire series at the end of the video, okay? So, if you want to go back and watch it somehow, it's just played like a week or so ago, you can definitely take a look, but I will spoil the result at the end. But this is game 1 of the series, and we've got Gabby in blue playing as the Hindustanis, up against Tato in red playing as the Armenians. And let's see what Gabby can bring to the table, and let's see if Tato is going to be prepared. Now, Gabby as a player, and I will say, I'm going to try to link her Twitch channel in the description or in a pinned comment if you guys want to support her, because in that last video I just didn't get around to doing it, and people were asking, hey, you should let me know where I can watch more from her. So she streams her point of view and whatnot, so you can definitely see what she's up to, and I'll hopefully, if I don't forget, link her channel so you guys can check more of her out. But if you guys don't know what Gabby is or who Gabby is as a player, she's a very aggressive player. All right, she is not one that likes to sit back and play a passive game, play a standard game, kind of trade back and forth. You have to play aggressive, or not you have to, but she tends to play aggressive, so you have to be ready for her to be playing aggressive. She likes to steal resources in the early game. She likes to put pressure and snowball with the pressure. And what's really good is in the mid game, she tends to raid a lot with her army. She trades her army for enemy villagers, and she really likes to get a disbalance in terms of military to villagers and to economy, and she likes to keep the pressure building and mounting through these constant raids. All right. So I haven't seen this game. Let's see if this game will be kind of what she's known for, or maybe she tries something else because it is a tournament. We're going to go ahead and find out. So far, it looks like she might be playing a little bit defensive, actually. Going with the Hindustanis here. Funny enough, I played Hindustanis on Nomad the other day in the tournament against Viper. I wanted to make a video about that as well, but unfortunately the rec is not working. It's broken, so I wasn't able to get around to that. But yeah, do let me know if you guys enjoy this video in the comments if you want to see more tournament reviews. I personally think it's a fantastic idea for me to review notable tournament games and kind of just go over them, break them down for you guys, and just kind of see what's going on together. I think that's really cool. So might be the start of a new format here. And yeah, for now, we want to see what Gabby's up to. It's a pretty big moment for her. I mean, not just like the the stats that show she's the first woman to be in an S tier, but just for her, forget the gender for a second, for her as a player, this is her first moment in an S tier tournament. This is a big moment for her, regardless of anything else going on. This is her first time in an S tier tournament, and she's facing one of the favorites, as I mentioned earlier, Tato. Obviously, you guys know all about Tato. He is a pretty much top 5 player, maybe dropped a little recently, but still easily top 10, like no one's arguing with that. This is Arabia, all right? This is the map that, let's be honest, this is the most played map. This is the map that everyone knows, everyone plays. And I think Gabby really has a chance to do well against Tato on these settings. Tato is not necessarily known for his 1v1 Arabia. He's obviously fantastic at it. But, maybe Gabby, or maybe on these settings, Gabby has, a little bit of an edge in terms of the, games played in recent times. She tends to play more Arabia. But at the very least, there's not going to be any kind of knowledge gaps. Both these players know how to play the map. And both players are going to be, top tier in terms of, the strategies and what they want to go for and whatnot. So to start things off, very interesting. We're actually seeing a defensive Gabby, which I did not expect. But it's probably to do with her map. If you take a look at her map, she got 3 forward golds, which is horrible. You never want to see it. So what I think she's thinking right now is she wants to defend in a wall the, wood food economy back home, so she can put all of her focus on defending the goal. Because a lot of people, what they do with this map like this, let me just show you guys a little bit of a mistake, okay? So let me show you what not to do. A lot of people try to get walls like this, all right? Does this look familiar? And then, you wall here, so you fully wall your entire base, and you're like, oh, I'm safe. but that takes forever to do. So instead of doing that, which is like the dream scenario, which Gabby knows she's not going to do, she goes for these walls, and she keeps this open. Obviously, this is wide open, right? But she's probably going to put her military focus in front, or do some small walls, and maybe even a tower here to defend herself. All right? So that's kind of the way she's setting up her base, which is super important. Quick little side note, she scouts the barracks. Tado making use of that spear in Dark Age. Immediately walls the gold, which is, again, super exposed. She knows this. She's aware of this. And Tado tries to go with the militia forward. Not going to really find the value, though, because she's already walled her gold. So clearly, you can see how Gabby's walls have already paid off. If she went for the really big walls, she probably would not be done by now, and she'd probably just get completely wrecked and destroyed within 10 minutes and go on to game 2. But, of course, way more experienced. Tado, though, might decide to go through the walls. He could try to risk it, eh? It's not that secure. Oh, please take the deer. That's a blessing, bro. The deer wanted to go around or something. I don't know what happened with the deer, but runs to the town center. You have to just jump on that guy and just feast, brother. Enjoy it. That's how it is. Sister in this case, sorry. Oh, brothers. It's two men. We have a range coming down now for Gabby and a tower. Exactly as suspected. I'm actually quite impressed. Like, this is exactly how I would have liked to set up the map. Exactly what I said she should set up the map now that I see all the information, as the caster. And she does it, herself in-game, which is amazing. That's, like, the perfect way to set up the map. Defends herself now with some walls, but clearly she's feeling the pressure. Tado is obviously putting on a good amount of pressure with those men-at-arms. And behind this, he actually missed a bit axe, though. So Tado's going to be behind in economy upgrades. Very important to note that, eh? So this defensive play could actually suit Gabby in the long run. And what's really interesting about this... Oh, she's luring another deer. Wow, okay. A little greedy, to be honest, but it actually makes a lot of sense. If she's not going to do anything offensively, you might as well get in a little bit of extra economy, a little bit of free food. I like that. Honestly, I might learn from that a little bit if I ever get in some defensive games. Although, from my experience, they don't tend to be that defensive, so I'm quite surprised she's able to have the time to do this in Feudal Age. But yeah, it pays off. He gets another deer. I guess the other one up here just tasted so good she had to go for a second. Can't blame her. It's free food. When it's free, it always tastes better. It's even in real life, it's like that. Blacksmith up top. You just got to defend a little bit here. Got the archers and now a skirm set up. So the archers to counter the infantry, and now she wants skirms to respond to the skirms from Tado. Beautiful play so far. This is fantastic. And I want to say earlier, what's interesting about this is, again, this is not the usual Gabby playstyle. So either she's adapted to the tournament, and she's just like, okay, I want to play safer. It's a tournament. There's a lot on the line. She wants, it's game 1. She wants it to start on a slower note. Or she's just adapting beautifully to the map and thinks, there's no way I can play aggressive with this map. I have to secure it first, and then we'll see the aggression later on. So, yeah, just want to say that clearly this is some adaptation one way or another. And let's see how it plays out for her. All right, fletching's done. Now she's going to move out with some army, potentially. No rush to move out, in my opinion. Her opponent, Tado, in this case, has already committed some men-at-arms. So, it came at the cost of his economy upgrades. So, her economy is actually stronger in some ways. It's a bit hard to say, though, because, Tado also has the mule card economy. But I would say she's not necessarily in a rush to put the pressure here, necessarily. But she could go for a sneak attack. Looks like she's going to try something like that. She has fletching, so she's thinking maybe, might as well use it. Has to really be careful with this tower, though. There's a world where Tado sends like 4 vills, tries to make his own tower forward, and, makes things difficult for her. All right, so we want to watch how this attack is going, but I also want to keep an eye on this counterattack here. There's a big counterattack from Gabby. Takes all the risk in the world. And this is huge. She's going to land 1 vill and just run away. And meanwhile, she has to defend at home, but the tower has defended everything. Oh my goodness. She set up the base perfectly that Tado can't attack her. He's trying his best with the most aggressive strategy in the game with men-at-arms, and he can't find any damage. Meanwhile, Gabby's using the fact that she's walled to her advantage by sneaking around, getting some sneak attacks going, and landing a villager this early in the game. It's very good. Very solid start. And honestly, Tado's been playing pretty well. Like, he's trying his best to defend. It's not like he's playing a bad game so far. So credit to Tado as well. Maybe Tado, though, maybe Town Watch could have been good. Playing quite exposed, and he knows the counterattack is around, so I'm not sure why he's sending the skirmish forward. I would have kept the skirmish back here. At least the reinforcements, right? Tado's keeping one back here, so he's clearly aware that there could still be units in his base. But I think he's undercommitting because Gabby's army is a lot stronger than just one skirmisher. Looks like Tado's gonna get some walls. He doesn't know that Gabby's coming from the rear here. Snipes the farm, by the way. That was nice. And gonna go for one more Vil. Oh, clean play from Tado to run it back. Ooh, really good from Tado. Maybe a quick wall. It's gonna be tough. Gabby's going all in for this Vil. The quick wall does. Oh, Tado, you absolute monster. That was really good play from Tado. Keeps the Vil alive. Oh, this was really clean. Both players playing quite well here. There's a low HP Vil. Gabby thirsting after him, basically. Wants to get him at all costs, but it's going to be tough. I thought we can see the quick wall. And I don't think we're going to have too much going on here. Meanwhile, there's also been some micro fights back here, so it's been quite a fight, quite a mess on both sides. But so far, yeah, so far it's been decent, honestly. It's been decent, solid on both sides. Tado only lost one Vil, which is not the end of the world. Gets a decent trade against this army in exchange, and they also exchanged, you know, fair enough on the front. Nothing too crazy. I will note though, this is a key moment in the game because this is where all the decisions are being made for the next part of the game, which is going to be Castle Age, right? Tado lost the 3-minute arms on the front. All right, he lost them in the trades that they did. Okay, and now he's going to go for longswords instead of going Castle Age. This is a very important point. He's going to go all in Feudal Age, but he already lost his momentum. So he has to build his momentum back up and then pressure. And his target here is the main gold. Of course it is. That main gold stands out. It's so far from the town center. All the golds are forward. If you can pressure, kill the tower, push Gabby off this gold, that's a good win condition. And that's what Tado's going to go for. Gabby's got no idea. She's playing a more standard approach. She's going to go up to the Castle Age here, which is completely fine. All right. That's the tower. Did I not mention this like 10 minutes ago that this was a possibility for Tado? I promise I didn't watch this game before, but I've been in this situation before, and the best way to counter someone who makes a defensive tower is actually go forward and make a tower, either to contest it or to, you know, tower something else and just keep annoying him or her. In this case, Gabby goes for another sneak or tries to. What's her transition? 2 range. Looks like she wants to play a mix of crossbows and skirms, probably, in Castle Age. Goes to the low HP Vil. Is she going to die for it? Oh. Oh, a little bit of panic here. Hold on. A little bit of panic from Gabby. She buys another tower. Bought the stone for it. But she's going to take a really rough trade here. Oh, this is looking rough. This is looking rough for Gabby. This is not where you want to be. Great punish from Tado. Super, super strong play here. But the second tower might actually save her. Hold on. She's going to just go for this? Wait, is this legal? Wait, this... Oh, the quick walls. That actually saves... Oh, that saves the game. That was really good. She has to keep this tower up, though. Whittle down the longswords with this tower. I don't know. It's still not a good situation. I think Tado's going to be in a really good position. Tado can actually win the game right here, right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't see how Gabby's going to recover from this. She's losing quite a bit. Not crazy in terms of Vils lost so far, but I don't see how she holds this. Oh, look at that. 3 Vils going down. These 3 Vils are also exposed. Guys, this is looking absolutely terrible. If you're a Gabby fan, must be a little stressful right now. She tried to counterattack here, but looks like Tado's defended it. Tado's also... This is incredible. We got to take a moment here to appreciate how high level this play is. I know that the 3 golds are forward, but I see everything. Even a 600 elo, viewer at home knows there's 3 golds here. But the impressive thing from Tado is that Tado, despite everything else going on, he also noticed, this is Tado's point of view, he also noticed the 3 golds. He's pressuring one, he's keeping an eye on the second, and he's walling in the third with stone. This is insane pressure. How is Gabby going to hold this? Let's find out. And if she's going to hold it, because at this point, I'm not even sure. She lost 6 Vils. Not the end of the world. She did kill 2 off of Tado, so it's not like she's out of the game, but this looks rough. Making a mining camp on full stone walls. Yeah. She'll kill the Vil in exchange, potentially. But even that might turn into a little bit of a fiesta. Looks like she just leaves for now. Sends the army to deal with her. Tado's still big on the longswords right now. Which I think is a good choice. Crossbow out on the field now for Gabby, which is a good response, to be fair. I like the crossbows into the longswords. And at this point, I always say the same thing, but whenever you take big damage like this, you need to either go all in and look for a counterattack, or you want to add in some town centers if your opponent does not have them. So if your opponent is in Feudal Age, adding in some town centers could be a good way to bridge that Vil cap. But either way, you got to bridge the Vil cap as soon as you can. But usually a counterattack and some pressure is the way to go. Really nice stuff there. 4 scrims dead. Only traded 2 crossbows, so it's a positive trade for Gabby. Has to defend, though, because the longsword's counterattack is real, is dangerous, but Tado runs everything. We don't have a single tower to defend? Hold on, this is not looking so bad for Gabby after all. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Tado is completely folded to this pressure from the crossbows. He's got nothing to defend it. Alright. Crossbows looping back around to the gold. Yeah, I don't know. Tado just really does not have a whole lot going for him right now. Crazy good micro here. Despite everything going on back home, she defends this beautifully. Repairs, defensive units. Still microing like a champ in the front. That's what you want to see. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff. Alright, some skirms defending here. Tado's holding. Tado's playing a good game. He actually finally breaks in on the front. Might get some more Vil kills. Yeah, gets 1 at least. He's gonna lose these longswords, so you just have to trade as much as you can, basically. Might get 1 more if he's lucky up top, but these guys are just dead. Run your ass, brother. Run your ass. Don't block him, sister. Alright, he's good. He's good. Okay, fair enough. Only 1 loss, and while all that was going on, Gabby's still here microing. In fact, they both are. This is ridiculous. I'm telling you, the micro level has gotten so high in the last couple of years. Everyone's just so good now. I mean, not everyone, you know. Like, my dad still sucks at this game and at microing, but he can get better. I have faith in him. Alright, good pressure here. And okay, this army will get, you know, fizzled out and dealt with. Still some problems for Gabby, though. She's down 15 Vils, or roughly 15 Vils. It's okay, though, because she's up Castle Age over a guy who's still Feudal Age. So the longer this goes, in fact, this might even just be really good for Gabby. You know, the Castle Age advantage might be worth more than the 10 Vils here, the 15 Vils. Because I don't know how we defend Siege if we're Tado here. He's spamming a bunch of skirmishers, but there's no towers to defend. Like, how do we not have a single tower to defend? Still some stray units. Still some towers. Oh, because we're going forward with the towers. So greedy. So greedy from Tado there. I think he needed 2 towers here minimum to defend his base, because now it's rough. Gabby's got that pressure. She's got the score lead as well. Forward siege. This is her comfort zone. Again, when she's microing, when she's going crazy with the forward aggression, that's really her comfort zone. But so far, she's been on the back foot for most of the game. It's still looking good, so more flexible of a player potentially than we assumed. Now, we have the Mangonel coming out. Tado's gonna try another counterattack. Very ambitious, because that tower holds a little, but it's not going to hold that much. Tower defending the Mangonel nicely. But yeah, nothing crazy. I think 1 Mangonel's not enough to push that fast, but it is putting some pressure. Tado's counterattacking and force another tower here from Gabby. Has to keep herself safe. Yeah, not the best position on the tower, but of course she was forced. Can't really complain. Just getting anything down to slow down the pressure here. But this is, honestly, this is all Tado has, and it's not that impressive. It really isn't that impressive. If the Vils can fight, I made a video about this on YouTube. The Vils have to fight on defense. She could save herself, and then on the front, she's doing so well. Microing down the skirms, the tower's almost dead. Tado had to buy some stone or mine some stone. I think he bought some stone. Tado's still making it messy, though. Still a really close game. It's tough to say who's going to win, to be honest. From this position, I feel like it's anyone's game. Slight advantage to Gabby, though, because the castage advantage is pretty damn strong. Tries to go close to the tower, but it's tough. There's some skirms making life a little difficult. Oh, yeah, I mean, still, despite everything going on, both players still playing extremely sharp. I'm actually really impressed by this game. Both players playing amazing. It makes it a lot more enjoyable as a spectator here. All right, when Magneto coming out, I always say, but the best games are when two players play well. That's what brings out the best Age of Empires. Yeah, fight back with Vills. Yo, Gabby's been watching the videos. She be watching the videos. You just gotta fight back with the Vills. It's way better. But she should hit the skirms, I think, with the Vills. If she can. Counterattack is still going. Like, it's not even a counterattack. She's just attacking and she's getting attacked at the same time. You know, both players have been kind of base trading a little bit, but I don't know. So far, it seems like Gabby's getting a little bit more out of this because she's closing the Vil gap. And I think, yeah, Tato's idle TC 4 minutes now. That's really what's hurting him. If Gabby gets this quick wall, I retire. That's insane. That's insane. She's fighting on the front, defending her base, and she gets a random quick wall with stone as well to be extra safe. Wow. I can't really retire, though. I may have lied about that. Tato's also playing well. Just didn't think she'd get it. You know, second Magneto. This could be huge. Oh, that's a good shot. With 2 Magnetos, not even the best players can dodge that all the time. Sometimes they can. And no, credit to Tato. That was good play. More crossbows coming in, though. The Magneto still stays alive. And it might go down, but she's going to get a good value in exchange. Maybe she saves it. Nah, it goes down. But again, good value in exchange. Not too unhappy about that. And Tato's still being annoying with those towers, but Vil count's closing in. Tato's still nowhere near the next stage. This is actually looking like Gabby takes the win, which is incredible, to be honest with you. Now she's going to go with some farms. Sorry, not she. He. Tato needs to go for some farms. He's got a lot of idle Vils here, but this is part of the overall pressure. A castle from where? I didn't even know she was heavy on stone. Oh, she's heavy on stone. Not messing around. She's gonna go for the forward castle. No, don't spoil it with 1 Vil. That's a bit disrespectful. Tato's like 1 Vil castle. I gotta stop that. But no, it's actually like 12 Vils. They're just now coming in. This is what Tato sees. Tato, I don't know how, brother, but you gotta stop this. I don't know. Hit her with some magic. I don't know. You gotta do something. If that castle goes up, Tato deletes his town center. He intentionally deletes his town center to remake it somewhere else, and the game continues? There's no way. I have never seen this like work in a tournament. A guy in Feudal Age having to delete his town center and deletes it again. He doesn't have the stone to make another. Oh, this is horrible. He has to make a tower here. Gabby makes a town center where Tato's was. This is the craziest game I've ever seen. Okay, maybe an exaggeration, but this is absolutely insane. I was casting this because Gabby was playing. Turns out it was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. That's not exaggeration. It's definitely up there. Tato, what he has to do now is delete the farms. There you go. Did not give it to Gabby. But Gabby, honestly, this is extremely disrespectful with the forward town center. It does force the deletion of all those farms, though, which is actually quite good. So on top of it being, you know, a pretty strong message to our opponent, it's also a really good play. Gets a lot of value instantly. Now, Tato has to rebuild a bunch of farms at the back. The score is horrible. It's looking like Gabby's taking the win here. Yeah, it's just skirms forward. It's not enough from Tato. It's just a few skirms forward. Maybe a house here. Yeah, I mean, this time I wasn't surprised because she's proved she hits those. And now we have some Gulams coming out. Really, I don't know how Tato's going to recover from this. He's running away with all the Vils, and Gabby's on hot pursuit. 1 down, 2 down. I mean, it's a bloodbath, and Gabby takes the win. That's the first game in the best of 5 that she's taken. Really well played by her. In fact, honestly, I would say really well played by both players. I think Tato's approach was also really smart, really strong, and he had some winning chances. I thought he was going to win the game, actually, at some point, where he was killing a bunch of these gold villagers, knocking down towers. Like, that was really powerful. But Gabby's counterattacks and refusal to just sit back on defense and wait, I think that's what really got her back in the game. And that was such a strong, like, let me just go back to that moment, actually. It was such a strong moment in Castle Age where she moves out with the initial crossbows. Where was that moment, actually? Right here, yeah. Where she moves out with the initial crossbows. Instead of just sitting at home and defending the longswords like most players would, she just goes forward and says, you know what, I'm going to attack. I don't care if you're going to attack me. And she ends up getting a ton of value. Right here, I think, is where she won the game. She forced, how many Vils was that? She forced like 30 Vils away from this area. All the farms, all the gold, all the wood had to run. And that's so much value for just like, what, 10 units? Absolutely incredible. Very fun game, though. Really well played from Gabby. Takes the win. Guys, I checked the results on Wikipedia as well, so I know the overall score. I didn't know who won game 1, actually. I had a suspicion that it was Gabby, but like at some point I genuinely wasn't sure. But spoiler alert, again, move away if you don't want to hear the result. But the result was, unfortunately for Gabby fans, 3-1 Tato. So Tato went on to win the next 3 games, and Gabby ends up losing the set. I do want to talk about this though, because I want to include this part so I can talk a little bit about it. Despite Gabby losing the set, I didn't watch the other 3 games, but just from watching this game right now, she played phenomenal. She's clearly a solid player. And I heard from another source that she even had advantages in the other games as well. So they could be worth reviewing if people do enjoy this kind of style. But she played a good tournament, and I want to say congratulations to her. I hope she keeps it up. And top 64 in the world is solid. Maybe even she's better than that, because she's not better than Tato, but maybe she's better than some of the other guys, around top 50 and whatnot. So maybe she's got some potential that hasn't been, uncovered yet. But regardless, she's increased her elo a lot on the ladder. She's been doing good things, and I'm all for someone putting a lot of work in and getting results, and I love that for her. So I hope she continues. I love to see hard work getting rewarded, and she's been grinding lately. So I hope she continues, and I hope you guys enjoy this on YouTube. If you guys do like this format of tournament reviews, let me know in the comments. It's not all going to be Gabby, of course. We're going to review some other players as well. But I'm going to review notable games from tournaments. If you guys are interested in that, do let me know in the comments. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. I have my pen handy, so I'm ready for anything. And yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check me out on Patreon if you guys want to get better at this game and maybe one day make it in a tournament yourselves. If you want to get better, Patreon has all the exclusive guides that you need in the description below, so check that out if you have the chance. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.